Hey guys, welcome back. We are with a new chapter, which is a big thing in your life. Actually, I believe in this as most of the students are considering it as a difficult chapter. And one of the reason behind that is that it is a quite longer regarding the content in it. We can say it is quite a bigger chapter. So that's why might be students are afraid of it, but I know that there are many students who are in love with this chapter because they have understood the basic concept. So it is really very important to understand the basic concepts. Here, my 100% effort will be for the thing to develop the concept related to that. There is no need to memorize the things. I can say that it is good to keep revising. Obviously, if you will keep revising, then things can become easier for you, and the concept can be revived after a smaller interval of time. Okay, so point number one is this, that this chapter is divided into three components. So one of the topic is acid, and the other component is base, and the third component is the salts. Okay, so we are going to study the first component, and that is called as the acid first of all. Okay, now in the topic of acid, first of all you should know this thing, that what is acid. Examiner is asking define an acid. Okay, so what is an acid? An acid is a substance which releases hydrogen ions in water. Okay, it's a substance which releases hydrogen ions in water. Okay, so this is the definition. A substance is a substance which releases hydrogen ions in water. Should I write H plus like this? Yes. Should I write H plus 1? You can write. Okay. So both of the options are there. When there is plus or plus 1, they are same. Okay. So a substance which releases hydrogen ions in water is called an acid. There are basically two types of acids. You may say two types of acids, and depending upon their ability to release a hydrogen ion, if they are releasing hydrogen ions completely, if they are completely ionizing themselves and giving hydrogen ions, fully ionizing themselves and giving hydrogen ions in water, it is called a stronger acid. And if an acid is partially ionized to give hydrogen ions in water, it will be considered as weaker acid. So I'm saying this. It is one of the type is stronger acid, and the other is a weaker acid. On the other page, I would like to inform you the definition. Examiner is asking such type of definitions: define stronger acid, define weaker acid, etc., etc. So a stronger acid is that which is fully ionized, fully ionized to give to give hydrogen ions in water. Okay, so this is the definition of a stronger acid. If we are talking about weaker acid, we can say this thing that an acid which is ionizing partially. Okay, which is ionizing partially to give what? To give hydrogen ions in water. Okay, so both of them are giving hydrogen ions, but one is fully ionized to give hydrogen ions, and the one is partially ionized to give hydrogen ions. There are certain examples for the weaker acids and stronger acids, but before that, I would like to tell you that this is not the only way to categorize an acid. We will study some different categorizations as well. Now, I am going to give you the examples for this. For example, the example of a stronger acid is HCl, which is called as hydrogen chloride or hydrochloric acid. Then it is H2SO4. I would like to write the names of few acids on next pages. So this is HNO3 called nitric acid. Okay, and this is the box which is for the weaker acid example. So for example, HCOOH, it is called as methanoic acid. Okay, and there is another example, that is CH3COOH, that is called as ethanoic acid. Ethanoic acid. So there are different examples for different acids. Either they are completely ionizing themselves or they are partially ionizing themselves. So these are the different examples regarding their ability to release hydrogen ions in water. Now I am changing the page and I am taking you to the next categorization. It is the types of acids depending upon COOH. Okay. So what is COOH? It is called basically a carboxylic group. COOH is written like C double bond OOH as well, or it can be written as CO2H as well. What is the best way to write? You may write it like this and you may write like this. CO2H is a perfectly right thing, but it can create a confusion for those students who are just understanding this concept. Once you will have a better practice, then you can write this as well, because sometimes examiner is giving the question like CO2H. Okay, so this thing is called as carboxylic group. Okay, so if carboxylic group is present, then it is called as carboxylic acid. So this is carboxylic group. Okay, so I'm repeating my words. If carboxylic group is present in a compound, it will be called as the carboxylic acid. Okay, so now the point is this, that if carboxylic group is present or if carboxylic group is absent. Okay, so this is called COOH absent. This is one categorization. It is not present. And the other is COOH present. Okay, let's see what is happening. So in case of absent, what we can say here, these are called as the inorganic acids. These are called as the inorganic acids. Okay, whereas what about the COOH present? These are called as the organic acids. Okay, organic acids. So in this way, we can differentiate the two acids. Okay, we can differentiate the two acids depending upon their ability to have COOH. Okay, now I am changing the board and I am taking you to the different examples of the compounds having COOH and the examples of the compounds having no COOH. Okay, so inorganic acid, inorganic acids, which are also called as mineral acids, but the word mineral acid is not that much acceptable, so better to write inorganic acid. And I'm saying not having, what not having? Not having C double bond OOH in them. Okay, so that is called as they don't have carboxylic group as a part of their structure. Okay, now we can say the next thing is examples of the inorganic acid are HCl, HNO3, H3PO4, and H2SO4, etc. So these are the acids which don't have COOH as a part of their structure. Now I am telling you another category that is called as the organic acids. Organic acids, which are also called as carboxylic acids. Okay, organic acids, which are also called as the carboxylic acids, they have what they have C double bond OOH. Okay, they have it. Okay, and this C double bond OOH is called as a carboxylic group. Okay, so now we are going to write down the examples for these, and that is CH3COOH. I have just told you on the previous page that C double bond OOH and COOH are the same things. We must know this thing and recall this concept of bonding, that each of the carbon atom is always making four covalent bonds. Each of the hydrogen atom is making single covalent bond, and what about the oxygen atom? It is going to make the two covalent bonds. Okay, so this is how we are going to write ethanoic acid. Ethanoic acid. Okay, now I'm going to write another example, and that is HCOOH. This is called as what? Methanoic acid. This is called methanoic acid. So the number one is ethanoic and number two is methanoic. So both of them are called as the organic acids and both of them are called as the carboxylic acid as well, because they have C double bond OOH in it. Okay, so these are the examples regarding the second category. And now there is another way of categorization. And what is that? And what is that? This is the third type of the categorization. Acids depending upon depending upon their ability their ability to release hydrogen ions in water. Okay, now the point is this, that how many, okay, or you may say number of ability to release number of, it will create a better idea in your mind. Number of hydrogen ions in water. If an acid is releasing one hydrogen ion per molecule, Then it will be called as the monobasic, or it will be called as a monoprotic acid. Okay. Example of such type of an acid is HCl or HNO3. Okay. So there are second category that is releasing two hydrogen ions per molecule, and the example is H2SO4. Okay. And then this is the third releasing three hydrogen ions per molecule, and the example for this is H3PO4. Okay, so we are done with the discussion about the different categorizations of acids depending upon the presence of carboxylic group or absence of carboxylic group, depending upon how many hydrogen ions they are going to release per molecule, depending upon their ability to release hydrogen ion completely, fully, or partially. So these are the different bases of categorization and acid. After this topic, I am going to discuss the ionization equations of the acid with you guys. Thank you very much. Take care.